Good morning, preschoolers and parents. I hope you all are doing so well. I hope you're healthy, happy, and safe. So today I have a little bit of a science experiment for you. We're going to be talking about density. Now, what is density? It's actually what makes something sink or float. It's how thick something is. So I've gathered a couple of things that you guys can do at home. These are all household things. The first thing we're going to put is some honey. The second thing we are going to use is corn syrup. The third thing we are going to use is some dish soap. The fourth thing will be water, then vegetable oil, and the very last thing is rubbing alcohol. Now, I have added food coloring to both the water and the rubbing alcohol just so we can see it a little better. So we're going to start off by adding our liquids, and then we're going to add some things to see which ones sink or float and where they do. So we're going to go ahead and start with our honey. Now this is going to take a little time because you do have to be careful to get it right in the center. It's okay if it gets a little on the sides of the cups, but for the most part you do want it at the bottom. Now I have used about 1/8 of a cup of each of these liquids. Okay, then we're going to add in the corn syrup. And you'll notice corn syrup is pretty thick too, but it's not quite as thick as the honey. Just like I said, again, sometimes it will get on the side of the glass. That's perfectly all right. So the next thing we want to use is liquid soap. Dish detergent usually is best, but any will do. I've used blue. And you should start to see that the different liquids are layering because they have different densities. They have different thicknesses. So the next thing that we're going to add is going to be water. But I've made our water green just so we can see it a little better. So you'll notice right here, the green is settling on top of that blue layer. So the next thing we're going to use is vegetable oil. And if you notice, the vegetable oil is a little bubbly. So you will definitely be able to see that above your layer of water. And the very last thing we're going to use is rubbing alcohol. Now I have dyed ours red, again, just so it shows up a little better on top of that vegetable oil. And if you see, sometimes if you pour it a little too fast, it will drop down, but the liquids will separate. Because again, they have different densities, different thicknesses. So I've also gathered a couple of different items that we're going to test to see which one is more dense or thick and which one is less. And you can use anything you'd like, play around with it. So the first thing I was going to put in is just a paper clip. So we're going to see if we can see it. It's floating right on top of that corn syrup, right in the middle of the dish soap. So the next thing I wanted to see was we have a shell, but again, you can use whatever you would like. The third thing I'm going to use is just a kernel of corn. And you'll see all of these are sort of staying at the same density. They're right above that corn syrup. Then the next thing is just a common Cheerio, but any cereal will do. And if you notice, that cereal is staying right on top, so it is less dense than the other things. And the last thing I tried was a pom-pom. I don't know if it's going to be thicker or less thick than the Cheerio. And it does look like it is denser than the Cheerio, but less dense.
Turn the cup up a little bit.
Than the paperclip or the seashell. So, all right, my friends, I hope you enjoy doing this. Feel free to upload your own videos and you can send them to us of you doing this awesome science experiment. Have a great day.